there's competencies that have to come about across those 5 stages as you're building your practice. We think the first one's obvious. We think it's vision. You got to know what you're building. Where are you trying to go? All that fun stuff around, what are your core values, and making sure that if we're going to go coach those things, we should know those things as coaches, right? So let's unpack and discover what are my core values. What's my purpose, cause, passion? What's my mission? So really started looking at all the different focus filters that helps create a great vision. Second one for us in core competencies was offering. What am I selling? What am I putting out into the world? And if it's something that's well-defined like EOS, that's awesome. But often is that the only thing you're going to do? Like firsthand, Cam, that a lot of these coaches don't just do one thing. They have multiple things that they do. They've got multiple offerings that they've put into place. Once you've got great vision, you understand the offering, what you're putting into the marketplace. Now you got to go get customers. We call that business development. It is mostly a hand-to-hand combat sport. You're not putting up a billboard for a coaching practice. It's much more networking based. So I have to identify my ideal client. What's my customer journey? Once you've done that, now I have to do delivery, right? I have to actually do the practice management. And that's, managing clients. When you're at 20 clients, that's a decent amount to manage. And what we see typically with coaches, by client number 5, you start feeling pressure, doing all the other things, making sure that I've got good practice management, that I've got BD happening. And so often coaches will find an assistant, probably fractionally to start, not full time, but they help you start to manage some of those things, scheduling, calendar, communications. So by client 10-ish or so, I think you start to see coaches think about having their own session room that they can control and work from. And then you start to think about other resources. Like if you get 20 plus clients, you're probably doing over 100 session days, workshops a year. And in that mode, it doesn't maybe sound like a lot because you're like, yeah, there's 300 and some calendar days. That's true. But when there's admin time, BD time, and delivery. So you see people kind of really hit that top tier in your 100 plus. And then mastery kind of comes across most of those things. It definitely touches BD, it touches practice management, right? Really talk about your offering. Is there an opportunity to refine the offering? But mastery, what I love about it is it's not a destination. It's not a place that we're going to get to. It's a thing that we pursue. And even when every session that I do, there's always a moment of reflection afterwards. Take a half hour post session, even though you're mentally exhausted after 8 hours of facilitating, coaching, teaching, and just reflect. What could I have done better to increase the value of that experience that team just had with me?